Tel Aviv flooding, heavy rainfall lashes parts of Israeli capital, causes waterlogging, videos showing cars on flooded streets surface. Tel Aviv and its surrounding areas in Israel have been hit by heavy floods, a consequence of relentless rainfall. The situation has forced a postponement of the Israeli ground military operation in the Gaza Strip. It was a day like no other in Tel Aviv, Israel. The sun, usually a faithful companion to the city's ever-bustling streets, was nowhere to be seen. The skies were painted an ominous gray, and the air held a chill that seemed to seep into the bones of the city's inhabitants. It was not just another winter day, it was a day when the heavens opened up and water, in biblical proportions, fell upon the city, turning familiar streets into uncharted rivers. The torrential rainfall proved too much for the city's infrastructure to handle. Floodwaters coursed through the streets, turning avenues into rivers and plazas into lakes. Cars, usually masters of the road, were reduced to helpless vessels, bobbing along the waterlogged streets. Videos circulating on social media painted a surreal picture, with the city's landmarks barely recognizable under the deluge. The heart of Israel's economy, Tel Aviv, was brought to its knees, its pulse slowed to a worrying crawl. The impact of the floods stretched far beyond the waterlogged streets. The downpour forced a halt on a planned ground military operation in the Gaza Strip, disrupting strategic military operations. The Tel Aviv Stock Exchange, banks, and the tech industry, all pillars of the Israeli economy, felt the tremors of the storm. International corporations put operations on pause, and foreign airlines suspended flights, turning Israel into an island in more ways than one. The shekel, Israel's currency, couldn't weather the storm and began to waver against the dollar, a worrying sign for the country's economy. The financial hit to Israel's economy is estimated to be a staggering 4 billion shekels in just 1 week. This figure paints a grim picture of the potential long-term impacts of the floods. Israeli banks, in an attempt to stem the tide, are considering raising interest rates in response to a potential inflation surge. Yet, with the conflict with Gaza and the targeting of Tel Aviv adding to the economic strain, the road to recovery seems long and arduous. In the face of this unprecedented crisis, the authorities are working tirelessly to ensure the safety of the residents and manage the flooding. This is a test of resilience for Tel Aviv and indeed for all of Israel. As the city navigates through this new kind of storm, the spirit of its people remains unbroken. For now, the city waits, watches, and endures, holding on to the hope of clear skies and a return to normalcy.